in 1998, a Palestinian medical intern, along with 5 Bulgarian nurses, were found guilty by a Libyan court of intentionally infecting some 400 Libyan children with HIV in a Benghazi, Libya hospital. The case was remanded, and a second trial also ended in a guilty conviction. The 6 were incarcerated from 1998 until the Supreme Court of the Libyan government upheld the death sentence conviction in July of 2007. The United States and the European Union had been constantly petitioning the Libyan government for their release, despite the first conviction and even after the court's early July 2007 decision to uphold that conviction. An agreement was reached with the European Union that Libya would extradite these nurses to Bulgaria to serve their time in their own home country. And when they arrived, Bulgarian President commuted their death sentences and freed the 6. It was reported in an article in the Christian Science Monitor, November 19, 2008, that although there were reports that the 6 were tortured for confessions, that, quote, some Bulgarians still believe that the nurses are guilty, and others view them as opportunistic, referring to a reported deal to make a movie. But we see them as part of a policy of genocide. That America and this policy could be charged in the International Criminal Court with genocide. The biological pandemic, AIDS, has a bleak, ominous, and questionable history when we consider a July 1st, 1969 subcommittee of the Committee on Appropriations in the House of Representatives hearing, which contained the testimony of Dr. McCarthy of the Army Advanced Research Project Agency, who testified as follows, quote, "There are 2 things about the biological field agent I would like to mention. One is the possibility of technical surprise. Molecular biology is a field that is advancing very rapidly, and eminent biologists believe that within a period of 5 to 10 years, it would be possible to produce a synthetic biological agent, an agent that does not naturally exist and for which no natural immunity could have been acquired." Close quote. What is AIDS? It is acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Dr. MacArthur later added that it was possible to make a new infective microorganism that would be refractory to the immunological and therapeutic processes upon which we depend to maintain our relative freedom from infectious diseases. End of quote. What is the meaning of refractory? It's an adjective that means uncontrollable, stubborn, rebellious, heat resistant, physics industry resistant to high temperatures and therefore not easily melted, not responsive to treatment, medicine unresponsive to medical treatment, a refractory infection. The report also deduced that it is a highly controversial issue, and there are many who believe such research should not be undertaken lest it lead to another method of massive killing of large populations. The request for the $10 million to pursue that research was granted in 1970 under House Bill 15090 to begin the study. In May 11th, 1987, a London Times article entitled "Smallpox Vaccine Triggered AIDS Virus" by Pierce Wright, then the Times science editor. He wrote regarding a 13-year World Health Organization so-called smallpox vaccine program. The smallpox vaccine theory would account for the position of each of 7 Central African states which top the league table of most affected countries. Why Brazil became the most afflicted Latin American country. It has 80 million sons and daughters of Africa in Brazil, and how Haiti became the route for the spread of AIDS to the United States. The greatest spread of HIV infection coincides with the most intense immunization programs, with the number of people immunized being as follows. In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, formerly known as Zaire, 36,878,000 people were vaccinated. In Zambia, 19,060,000. In Tanzania, 14,972,000. In Uganda, 11,616,000. In Malawi, 8,118,000. In Rwanda, 3,382,000. And in Burundi, 3,274,000. But the main one was Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And that is where the most mineral resources that America needs are found. The smallpox inoculations in Zimbabwe from 1964 to 1973, when it was still called Rhodesia, was 13,410,444 Zimbabweans. Mineral resources of Zimbabwe and the Democratic Republic of the Congo are as follows. In Zimbabwe, mining, coal, gold, platinum, copper, nickel, tin, diamonds, clay, numerous metallic and non-metallic ores, steel, wood products, cement, chemicals, fertilizer, clothing and footwear, foodstuffs, beverages. And in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the industries of mining, copper, cobalt, gold, diamonds, coltan, zinc, tin, tungsten, mineral processing, consumer products, textiles, plastics, footwear, cigarettes, metal products, processed foods and beverages, timber, cement, commercial ship repair. Could this be why there's constant civil war in the Congo? There is an AIDS pandemic as we speak in the black community. And the black woman, it is said, is the #1 carrier of the HIV virus.